So over the next few lessons, we're going to take a front-end application built with React and package it into a Docker image. I've attached this application below this video, so go ahead and download the zip file, then extract it somewhere on your machine. Now, I want to emphasize, you don't need to know React or even JavaScript to go through this course, because Docker is not about JavaScript or React. So if you're a C# or Java or a Python developer, you can still go through the course and learn a lot about Docker. In this course, we're only going to take this application as an example so we can learn about Docker. Now, let me give you a quick overview of what we have in this project in case you are not familiar with JavaScript or React projects. So in this project, we have this file package.json, which is basically like an identification card for our application. So on the top, we have the name and the version of our application. And over here, we can see the dependencies of this application. These are the third-party libraries that our application needs to run. Now, let's say we want to take this application and run it on a brand new machine. So on this machine, we don't have anything but an operating system. Whether it's Windows or Linux, doesn't matter. So there are a number of steps we have to follow. Take a note of this. First, we have to install Node. Once we have Node, then we can use Node's package manager or NPM to install the dependencies of this application. When we run this command, NPM is going to look at package.json. Then it's going to automatically download and store all these third-party libraries in this project. So let's go ahead. This is going to take a few seconds, so I'll be right back. All right, back to our project. Now we have a new directory called Node Modules. In this directory, you can see all the dependencies of this application and their dependencies. So this is a very large directory with hundreds or even thousands of subdirectories, okay? So let's quickly recap. To run this project on a new machine, first we have to install Node. Then using NPM, we have to install third-party dependencies. And finally, to start the project, we have to type npm start. We have the same concept in other development stacks. So whether you use C# or Java or Python or Ruby, you have some tool to manage the dependencies of your application, and then you have a way to start your application. Here we have to use npm start. So let's go ahead. This started a development server listening on port 3000. So if you go to localhost port 3000, we can see our React application. This is just a basic React application, like a brand new project. I haven't done anything here, and it doesn't really matter. Later in the course, I'm going to show you a real project that I have built using React and Node. So now that you understand what this project is and how we can run it on a new machine, let's see how we can use Docker so we don't have to repeat all these steps every time we want to deploy this on a new machine. So throughout the rest of this section, we're going to Dockerize this application and package it into an image. Once we have that image, we can deploy this application virtually anywhere.